Get it, Miss Plunkett.
Oh, thank you, Nebraska. You're a gentleman.
How are you, Bill?
Howdy, Marshal. Guard's a new man, ain't he?
Yeah. Sort of had an idea a change might prove useful. Postmaster agreed with me.
Hope he has better luck than the last one. Had to bury him.
No trace up to now of the killers, is there, Sheriff?
No. Took after him with a posse, but they just disappeared into thin air. It's getting me down.
Me too. I'm relying on you, Ed. If any road agents show up, unlimber that rifle of yours and start shooting. Ask questions after.
What's this about road agents, Marshal? You expecting a hold-up?
Things have been going on around here. Don't do no harm to be expecting, ma'am, just in case.
Well, hold-up or no hold-up, I've got to get over to Winston Forks. My sister's going to have a baby, and she can't have it without me.
Well, I hope the stork has been advised of the setup, ma'am.
Oh, go away with you, Marshal. Nebraska, get going. I'm in a hurry.
Yes, sir, Mrs. Plunkett. Get up. Everything all right, Bill?
Right as rain. Got a new guard, but the boys will take care of him.
I hope there won't be any shooting.
No more than necessary, Mal. Unless somebody gets out of order.
Maybe we could have found a better way.
What, for instance?
I don't know.
That's right, Mal. You don't. But in case you want to back down, I can ride out and call the boys off.
Huh?
Then you can do some explaining about that mortgage you plastered on the Anchor J Ranch belonging to Judas Lantry. Nice bit of writing, Mal. The way you signed Judas' name was sure pretty to look at. Even fooled me.
Bill, somebody might hear you.
Stop your moaning and listen to what I've got to say. You sure you shipped that 5,000 on the stage?
You know I did, Bill. I shipped it to the Monroe outfit at Winston Forks. It belongs to them.
You mean it did belong to them? It's all so simple, Mal. The boys pick it off the stage, bring it back here, and we got 5,000 to pay off that pretty mortgage you fixed up. And nobody's the wiser.
And pull up.
Get that mail pouch up here and shove it back pronto. Now you gents just sit quiet and make no mistakes.
Look at him, boys! He got the mail pouch!
Held up, eh?
Yes, sir.
Where did it happen?
Got us down there just below the pines near the ridge. Grabbed the mail pouch single-handed and got clean away.
A lone hand?
Yep. He's all alone, and he sure did work fast.
Had some shooting?
Yes, sir. 3 gents happened along and took out after him. They opened up on him, and you know, that rascal blowed him right smack dab out of the saddle. Bap, bap, bap.
Marshal, I'm glad you're here. You can see for yourself what goes on in these parts. Stage held up right under our very noses.
Something ought to be done about it, Sheriff.
Yes, sir, and right now. That bandit won't get far. I'll round up a posse and take after him.
I've got to get over to Winston Forks.
Lasky, hightail the lady over to Winston Forks before it's too late.
All right, Marshal. Get out!
Drop that gun and throw up your hands. You're covered. Close the door and strike a light. There's matches on the table.
I figured I might find you here, son. I'm Marshal Court.
Marshal Court?
That's correct. Glad to know you, Hayden.
Same here, sir.
Have any trouble finding the cabin?
None at all. Tom Hobbs gave me your letter and the rest was easy.
So you held up the stage this morning, eh?
How did you know it was me?
Well, 3 and 1 is 4.
It always has been.
3 from 4 is 1.
What are you driving at?
3 men knocked off their horses and 1 got away. Figured it might be you.
Well, those gents were aiming to hold up the stage themselves.
You sort of changed their mind for 'em, eh?
Sort of.
This job in Denton is not going to be easy, son.
What's the setup?
Stage hold-ups, cattle rustling, coming off mighty regular. Being marshal, they watch me like a hawk and things happen miles away.
They must be mighty smart.
Correct. And that's where you come in. You're going to visit an old friend.
I am?
Yep. Bill Strong at the 𝙁𝙪𝙡𝙈 Ranch, just outside of town. And Bill will give you all the help he can.
Well, I guess that's about all I need to know, sir. I'll do what I can.
That ought to be enough. Now, if you'll break out with that mail pouch, I'll take that money along and deliver it where it belongs.
Yes, sir.
I came to Alabama with my banjo on my knee. I'm going to Louisiana, my true love for to see. It rained all night today, I left the weather, it was dry. The sun so hot I froze to death, Susanna, don't you cry. Oh, Susanna, don't you cry for me. What's the matter with this thing?
Howdy.
Howdy.
Am I addressing Mr. Bill Strong?
Well, you can leave off the mister and still be correct.
I'm Steve Hayden.
Well, Hayden, I've been expecting you for quite a spell. I'm sure glad to see you.
Thank you, sir.
Who's that over there with Willie? Know him?
It's Mighty snug and comfortable here.
Yes, sir. Comfort's my middle name. Sit.
Thanks. Are you a good liar?
There ain't none better.
Well, getting down to cases, Mr. Strong. From now on, you're an old friend of my dad's. You fought Indians together. I'm just stopping over for a few days. Get the idea?
I get the idea all right, but that Mr. Strong don't sit so well. I'm Cousin Willie to my old friends.
All right. It's Cousin Willie from now on. Well, I think I'm going to like it here.
I'm going to like having you here, too. Come on, I'll show you where you bed down.
Good.
Well, there she is. Anytime you're ready to turn in. I broke over yonder. Our ranch has been rustled pretty near bare, stock.
Nothing been done about it?
Can't do nothing about it. Them rustlers are cagier and pet coons.
I see. It's much too good for you, Cousin Willie.
That bed's softer than that in there.
Well, I think I'll ride into town and have a look around, see what I can stumble onto.
I'll go with you.
No, I think I'd better go alone. You being with me might shut some mouths I don't want shut.
Yes, that's right. We're getting off to a right smart start, ain't we?
We sure are. And don't forget about my dad and the Indians.
Oh, you can rest easy. I'll have plenty to say about them Indians when the time comes.
Good. Well, I guess I'll mosey along. Hey, what's the idea of the powder horn?
Oh, that? Well, keep my bitters in it so as to have it handy when my stomach acts up.
Well, so long, Cousin Willie.
So long.
I guess he didn't want nothing important.
Ortega drives her over from the station. The horses get out of control. Ortega does all he can to stop them, but it's no use. They bolt over the cliff into the river. Ortega jumps at the last minute to save his own skin. And it's awful sad about Judith.
But I don't like it, Bill. I don't like it.
Well, maybe you'd like it better if Judith came here and caught you red-handed. That'd tie me in, and then we'd both be stretching a rope.
No, Bill. It's deplorable, but are you sure it'll be an accident?
How many times have I got to tell you?
Here she comes. I'll come back quiet like on Thursday stage.
Good. I hope I'll have something interesting to report.
You will. And good luck, son.
Thanks. I might need it. So long.
So long.
Hello, Miss Judith. You remember Ortega, don't you?
Oh, yes, Ortega, certainly. How are you?
Fine. Ortega's always that way.
Have you seen Cousin Willie?
Oh, that cousin Willie, he forget to come and get you. So Mr. Culp, he send Ortega.
Well, Cousin Willie won't be so glad to see me after I dress him down.
Ortega, take the bag. Huh?
Thank you.
The thieves are in their teeth!
We'll use the brake!
I'll have a look down below and see what's going on.
Yes, please do.
They're all right, ma'am. All three of them paddling out like water dogs.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Are you feeling better, ma'am?
I'm all right now, thanks to you.
You don't need to thank me. It was a pleasure.
A pleasure.
Well, I mean, I was just lucky to be passing along.
Oh, well, it was really I that was lucky.
Have it your own way, ma'am.
I'm Judith Lantry.
I'm mighty glad to know you. My name's Hayden, Steve Hayden.
How do you do, Mr. Hayden?
It's a mighty sad bit of driving I caused it.
Oh, those broncs are only half broken. Ortega did his best.
Well, if that's his best, I'd sure hate to see his worst.
Why, what do you mean?
Well, nothing. If you're going over to Denton and don't mind riding side saddle, I can horse you up behind me and we can get going.
I don't mind at all.
Up you go.
Bill. I knew something was going wrong. She ain't in the river, she's here.
Oh, stop your cackling and come on. I'll do the talking. Well, Miss Judith.
Hello, Sheriff.
Kind of strange seeing you come into town this way. Where's Ortega?
The last I saw of him, he was scrambling out of the river.
Out of the river?
Yep. He went over the cliff with the rig. He got a little wet, but he'll be along soon.
Over the cliff? Why, I can't understand that.
Oh, it was terrible. The team ran away and Ortega couldn't hold them. If Mr. Hayden here hadn't seen it, I don't know what might have happened.
Did you get Miss Judith out of the rig?
Just before it went over.
Give me a hand, Hayden. We owe you a heap for saving Miss Judith.
We certainly do, Mr. Hayden. I'll never forget it.
Thank you, gents. But there wasn't much to it.
Now, you come along, Miss Judith. You must be terribly upset after your experience. Come now.
Thanks again, Mr. Hayden. Are you stopping in Denton?
Not exactly, but I'll be around.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, ma'am.
Come along, Miss Judith. Come along. There. Now, look out. Oh, dear, that was a terrible experience, my poor child.
Where you from, Hayden?
Over yonder.
Where you bound?
Over yonder.
Where you stopping?
With friends.
Stopping long?
Maybe. Maybe not. Go on, Sheriff.
Nice bit of riding you pulled off today, Hayden.
Thanks.
The name is Waters. Clem Waters.
I'm mighty glad to know you, Waters.
Meet up with Joe Peters here.
Howdy, Joe. Are you boys working?
Not right now, we ain't.
Well, I might have a job for you in a day or so if I decide to settle down.
Good. We'd like to ride for you. Where you aiming on locating?
Well, I haven't made up my mind yet.
Well, if you want a couple of punches, we'll ride for you on the square. Me and Joe here is just what you're looking for.
I sort of had that feeling when I met up with you.
Thanks, Hayden.
Of all the bungling, loco, jug-headed half-breeds I ever met up with, you're it.
But, Senor Bill, until my fuchsias get caught, everything is all right.
All right? You call letting that fella grab Judith out of the buckboard the last minute all right?
But I don't see him. My fuchsias get caught, and when I look up, he is there.
Well, why didn't you do something about it?
But, Senor Bill, I can't do anything. My fuchsias get caught.
You've told me that 100 times.
See, I know. And the water is terrible cold. I think I get sick, huh?
You'll get plenty sick if you make any more mistakes.
But I no make no mistakes, Senor Bill. My fuchsias get caught.
Get out.
Si, Senor Bill.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Watkins, for driving me out. I do appreciate it.
No trouble at all, honey. Goodbye.
Bye. Get up.
Judith! Well, Judith, honey, where'd you come from? I'm sure glad to see you.
Cousin Willie.
Uh-oh.
Why didn't you meet the train? Answer me that.
Meet the train? I didn't even know you was coming.
Now, Cousin Willie, I wrote you a letter weeks ago.
Did you? Well, that's funny. I didn't get no letter. Honest. Maybe it was on one of them stages that was held up. There've been a heap of that lately.
Well, anyway, I'm here now, Cousin Willie, so we'll just forget about it. Oh, it's nice to be back. I've missed the ranch. Cousin Willie? Come here. Now, would you mind telling me why you're using my room?
Well, you see, it's on account of my rheumatiz. It's been bothering me, and my room's a little damp.
Damp rheumatism. You get those things cleared out of there immediately.
All right, honey. Oh, I plumb forgot to tell you. I've got a friend visiting me.
I'm not at all interested in any of your old cronies.
He ain't old. He's young and good looking, too.
How nice. Might I inquire his name?
Name's Steve Hayden, and you'll like him.
Steve Hayden?
Yep. His dad and me fought the Indians together. I saved his life once when a squaw was just about to stab him.
Cousin Willie, get those things cleared out.
Yes, honey. Them Indians was sure wearing a heap of war paint.
Cousin Willie?
Yes, honey.
Steve Hayden.
Shadows of the evening falling all around, whispered of the close of day. Time to be a-riding, time to cover ground. So I must be on my way, riding home, over the sunset trail, jog along to my song, little pony, don't you fail. Hurry up, old pal, we've got no time to rest. Hurry up, old pal, sun is sinking in the west. Cares unraveling while we're traveling. You and I are riding home. You and I are riding home.
How'd you like it, Steve?
Mighty pretty, mighty pretty.
Huh? Rosita?
Not a bad-looking whippoorwill.
And can that gal dance?
Rosita mia.
I like you very much, senor. You like Rosita? No?
I like Rosita, yes. You kind of got me dropping in on me like this. Well, if it isn't my old friend, the high diver.
Rosita belonged to Ortega.
Does the lady know about it?
Senor, you leave town now. Pronto!
Clem, pick up his gun. Looks to me like this gent is a little hot-headed. Maybe he needs cooling off. Run him outside, boys.
Senor, do me the big favor. Shoot that pig.
Boys, he's mighty fond of water. Pick him up and chuck him in the trough.
Orders is orders. Grab him, Joe.
Senor, si no quiero keep back, you don't understand.
He's still a little hot. You better dunk him again.
Here he goes. Ain't you a mite high-handed, Hayden?
Not to my way of thinking. He bore down on me and ran into a little bad luck, that's all.
Drawed on you?
Yep. But I'm right peaceful, or they'd be carrying him out by now.
What? Well, I hope you give us that call to ride for you right soon, Hayden.
Better sleep with the ears out of your blankets, just in case.
Sure will.
Well, I gotta be going. So long.
So long.
Good night, senor.
Buenas noches, chiquita mía. It's Steve, Cousin Willie. What's the idea of locking me out? Boy, I had a whooping time in town tonight. You should have been with me. I met up with a Spanish whippoorwill that slung a mean pair of castanets. And boy, dance, those senoritas sure know how to get around. Say, the next time you're in town, drop in at Macy's. It won't do you a bit of harm. I don't think she carries a knife. Cousin Willie, aren't you listening? Ah, looks like I'm wasting my breath. Sure sleeps like a log. Well, it was fun anyhow.
Spanish whippoorwill.
Cousin Willie. Cousin Willie. What are you doing in here?
Sleeping. What do you think?
Well, who's in the other room?
The owner of this outfit.
The owner? I thought you owned it.
Who, me? No.
Well, when did he arrive?
He? It ain't a he. It's a she.
A she? Oh.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Hayden.
Good morning, Miss Lantry.
It's nice to see you again. Did you rest well?
Well, I can't say that I did.
I didn't think you would.
I'm sorry about last night.
Oh, that's quite all right. It was a perfectly natural mistake.
Oh, thank you, ma'am.
The name is Judith.
Yes, ma'am, Miss Judith.
You know, I'm a little puzzled.
About what, Miss Judith?
A Spanish whippoorwill. What does it look like?
Oh, well, that's a very rare bird. There's not many of them left. Why, only a few folks has ever seen one.
Oh. Well, it's the first time I've ever heard of any kind of a bird with castanets.
Here you be, Judith. I want you to meet up with an old friend of mine.
We've met.
Yes, we've
You
met.
have? Steve's dad and me fought the Indians together. I saved his life once. Yes, sir. An arrow was going straight for his heart. I reached out and stopped it in midair. I was awful fast with my hands in them days. I stopped that arrow just 6 inches from his heart.
Now, what in the world is all this talk about Indians?
Well, you see, Marshal Court sent me here to see if I could root out all those responsible for the crooked work that's been going on around here.
Marshal Court?
He sent me sort of secret-like, so I fixed it up with Cousin Willie and about my father and the Indians so no one would suspect.
Oh, I see. Well, you're more than welcome, Mr. Hayden. We certainly need someone.
Miss Judith! Oh, Miss Judith!
What is it, Lon?
100 head of 2-year-old horses rustled out of the high meadow last night.
100 head?
Yes, ma'am, no trace of them.
You mean to say no one was riding herd last night after all the rustling that's been going on around here?
Well, no, we figured that sort of stuff was done with.
You're not very good at figuring, are you? Maybe you quit school too soon.
Huh?
Now listen, you and your friends there are not working here any longer. Now get going.
Well, Miss Judith, you ain't gonna let him...
You heard what he said. Now clear out.
Mr. Hayden's in charge now, Lon. What he says goes. I hope everything turns out all right.
I'll try and get your hope for you, Miss Judith. Don't get up, Sheriff. Just take it easy. What I've got to say won't take long.
Go right ahead, Hayden.
I'm going to run things out at the Lantry Ranch for a spell.
Well, that is new.
And maybe it is, and maybe it isn't. But get this straight, Sheriff.
I'm listening.
There's been a lot of rustling going on out there.
I know, but I done all I could.
Well, I'm warning you and anybody else that might be interested that if there's any more of it, somebody'd better be ready to bury the dead.
Look here, Hayden. You start any careless shooting and I'll jail you.
It won't be careless shooting, Sheriff. Well, so long. Oh, and you might pass a word along about burying the dead.
Senor Bill! Senor Bill!
What is it?
That man who threw me in the trough, he is here.
Shut up.
Si, senor.
Hey, Bill. I know. He was here and he just left.
Here?
Yeah. You and Ortega take after him. That gent's about due to disappear entirely.
Si, senor. Senor, the rope will break my chest.
Too bad it isn't your neck.
Senor, for the love of all the saints, the rope.
We ain't done nothing. Run us down.
Always glad to oblige. What are you coyotes up to?
Looking for a job. Nothing against that, is there?
No. But you were headed toward the Lantry Ranch, and that's bad. Now get on your feet. Get over to that horse. Unsaddle this horse.
But, senor, my arms.
You won't be needing them where you're going. Now get moving.
Stop him! Stop him! Stop him! Stop him!
Oh, now, Bill!
Get out of my way.
Quick, quick, my back, she's broke.
Who done this? Hayden.
See.
Hayden?
Yeah, he jumped us for no reason.
He almost killed Ortega.
You say he done this for no reason?
See?
Yeah, he was gonna shoot us, but changed his mind. He said he was out to get you, Sheriff.
You hear that, folks? He's threatened me.
I'm the sheriff here.
And while I am, there'll be none of this high-handed bullying of innocent folks. It's him or me now, and I'm sending him fair warning to keep out of town. If he don't, I'll shoot him on sight. Anybody got any objections? Come on.
Hey, Steve. Hey, Steve. Take a look at that. Low down hound.
Where'd you get it?
Sticking in the chopping block.
Sneaked out in the night, I take it. Well, that's his style.
What you gonna do?
I'm going in and see what the sheriff has got on his mind.
I'm going with you.
No. If this is just between the sheriff and me.
I want to see fair play.
It won't be play, Cousin Willie. Now, don't say anything to Miss Judith about it. Understand?
Yes.
Hey, Sonny, come here.
Yes, sir.
Run down to the sheriff's office and tell him that man he's expecting is here.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Sheriff!
Huh?
That man you're expecting is here?
The minute he gets to the end of the hitch rail, we all blast him.
Don't make a move. If you gentlemen have any ideas about living longer, drop those guns. Raise your hands. Now go on out that door.
Oh, look at here.
You too. Hold it. Pick up the sheriff and chuck him in the trough.
Now, wait, I tell you. Now, wait. You can't do this to me. Don't look at me. What do you mean by that? You can't do this to me. I'll get you for this, Hayden.
Dug him again. He ain't worth killing.
Oh, yeah. Howdy now.
Come in, gentlemen, come in. Well, maybe you're right, Bill, but...
Quiet. I'll do the talking. We got to work fast. Tomorrow, Lon's going over to Lycan's barn in the Buttes and get things squared away. From now on, anything we got to say will be said here. I ain't taking no chances till Hayden's taken care of.
What was that noise outside?
There she be, the old Lycan's barn.
Well, let's have a look. That door hasn't been here long. That padlock looks sort of new.
Danged if it don't.
It's kind of strange locking things up around here. Might stand looking into. Oh, Clem, throw your rope over that hay boom while I tie up.
Right.
I'll keep watch. If I see anybody heading this way, I'll play the Campbell's coming on my wheezer here.
Cousin Willie, I don't know what I'd do without you. Nice bit of roping, Clem. I couldn't done better myself. It looks mighty interesting.
Sure does.
Well, there they are, just like I told you. The 𝙁𝙪𝙡𝙚 horses.
You mean Lon was in on it with Culp and the sheriff?
Yep. But we can't tie them up with it until we get more on them. Look, change the 𝙁𝙪𝙡𝙚 to the circle cross. A nice bit of crooked branding, I call it.
What? Well, doggone, it's right when I need it. Them doggone screws never will hold when you need them. There we go.
All right, you boys start burning down the other end.
The camels are coming. Hurry! Hurry! The camels are coming. Hurry! Hurry! The camels are coming.
It's Heat! Up on the wall. Come on, hit him off.
I'm leaving. Did you hear my warning?
Get going.
Acuéstese ahí, muchachos.
Hayden?
See, it is Hayden. He's in the barn and sees the horses with the brands changed.
In the barn, eh?
See, he knows. We better run away now, quick, before he comes.
There ain't gonna be no running away. We're sticking right here.
Oh, what are you going to do, Bill?
Nothing could be sweeter. You all swear you caught Hayden in the barn changing the brands on the horses he rustled from the Lantry Ranch. You tried to bring him in and he shot you down in cold blood.
See, we swear it is true.
Where's Lon?
Hayden shoot him down.
We'll hang a murder on him, too. Ortego, you ride out and spread the news that we're calling a vigilantes meeting.
Si, Senor B.
Now I've got him where I want him.
Are you sure, Bill?
Oh.
Steve, what in the world?
I just brought this coyote in for safekeeping.
But I still don't understand, Steve.
It's just like I told you, Miss Judith. Culp and the sheriff are behind everything crooked going on around here.
Culp and the sheriff? Oh, are you sure, Steve?
I thought so from the jump, when your trusty ex-foreman got unhappy about the whole setup and squealed. Didn't you? Well, he lost his voice again. That's bad.
Yeah.
That's better. We'll take this gent into town and corral those other crooks. I sent Clem into town to have a look around. Looks like he's got something on his mind.
Steve, they're holding a vigilantes meeting in town, fixing to lynch you.
Whose idea is that?
The sheriff said he caught you changing the brand on that rustling stock over at Lycan's barn.
Mighty smart, changing things around that way.
That's what happened. I'll swear to it.
You boys get into town and delay that vigilante meeting. Marshal Court is coming in on the downstage, and we'll hold a vigilante meeting of our own.
Right. Grab the buckboard. We haven't got time to saddle up.
Meeting to let you all in on some news that's mighty interesting. This fella Hayden that's been riding folks in Denton with spurs is a rustling murderer. Here's living proof of what I'm a-saying. He wounded these boys here and killed Lon when they run into him at Lycan's barn, a-changing brands on the stock he'd rustled. And I'm mighty free in stating it was him that held up them stagecoaches so frequent. We ain't got no place in Denton for thieving, sneaking, cowardly murderers.
He is out at the Lantry Ranch. Let us go get him.
minute, folks. Now, don't get hasty. If you're bent on hanging him, I ain't taking no part in it. Of course, I know there ain't no use trying to stop you.
No.
Say, let us go and give it to him.
It's fading. He got lost. Look. Oh, what are we gonna do?
We're getting out of here. Come on.
Clem, you boys sure did some nice work.
Bill. Bill, where are you?
Here, take care of this gent and don't let him get away. I've got a little rounding up to do. Here they are, Marshal. I'm turning them over to you.
I ain't to blame. Big Bill made me do it. It's all his doing. He made me do it at the point of a gun.
He's lying. He done it. He forged a mortgage on the Landry Ranch.
Save your breath, gents. You and your friends here with the cuffs on are going to need it in court. Here, snap those on them. It'll give them something to think about.
Over there.
Son, you did a mighty good job around here. I could use you on another.
Steve's got a job. He's working for me. Aren't you, Steve?
I never dispute a lady's word. And since I'm working for you, I suggest we go over to Liking's barn and start riding those horses home.